Hey guys, Hitman89 here, I hope you're doing great. I asked you what game you wanted me to review and most of you voted for Dying Light 2, which had a considerable amount of technical issues at launch and most importantly, it disappointed a lot of fans. So 2 years and several updates later, is Dying Light 2 good now? Let's find out. First thing I noticed when diving back into Dying Light 2 is that the latest update improved the graphics a little bit, even on console. This review was shot on both PC and PS5 and obviously the PC version still looks significantly better, but at least playing on console didn't make me throw up a little bit in my mouth anymore. Oh, and you'd think the devs would have fixed most bugs by now, but nah, they didn't.
It's not that easy.
Well, it's not that hard either, unless every update only fixes a couple of bugs while introducing a bunch of new ones. Oh, and they didn't fix the AI either, it still sucks dick. Sometimes you're literally standing in front of the dude and he says,
"Show yourself already, will ya?"
Now what's even worse than the AI is the story. The main character, Aiden, is just a bland guy who either has zero reflexes or he's a complete dumbass. Cause how else do you explain the fact he gets sucker punched every 5 minutes? I forced myself not to skip any cutscenes during my first playthrough, and according to my doctor, I suffered permanent brain damage from being exposed to such a high amount of horrible writing. So for your own safety, you might want to consider skipping the shit out of most cutscenes.
You're one cold bastard. I like you. What?
As you can see, the only good thing about this game is the gameplay, but not from the get-go, cause for some reason, basic features that you can find in 69% of all the video games made post-World War II have to be unlocked through a skill tree here. You're seriously telling me I need to spend a skill point so I can aim before I shoot?
What?
The only reasonable explanation I've found for a stupid decision like this is that the devs are so scared you're gonna stop playing their game if they let you have fun too soon that they made the first 6 or 7 hours boring as fuck. Shout out to my brother who I literally had to drag into playing this game with me in co-op. He absolutely hated it. Plus co-op doesn't seem to sync up properly, which means you and your friends don't see the same stuff. For example, enemies and NPCs would be in different spots or playing different animations, you can't see each other's flashlights, etc. It's like co-op was just an afterthought, cause you can tell the animations were only made to be seen in first person view. Speaking of which, the only real fun we had in co-op was when we would watch each other move around and laugh our asses off at the shitty animations. Crawling through vents, climbing or just walking while looking around is hilarious to watch. In all seriousness now, I'm pretty sure most of you don't know this, but Aiden is actually Tunisian and his real name is Ayman. And if that's not true, then how do you explain this?
Wait a second. Wait. Shit.
Let's get back to the actual review. After playing through the first few hours on PC, I switched to the PS5 since I already beat the game there, and I loaded up my New Game Plus save with all the fun skills and tools unlocked, and I had a good time fucking around, killing zombies, and sometimes I would just bring them to the NPCs and watch them fuck each other up. The combat system is definitely better now with more physics-based animations, gory dismemberments, and most importantly, guns. Probably because it took these guys 2 years to realize Dying Light 2 will never be as good as the first one, so they're trying to copy it as much as possible to win the die-hard fans over. Anyway, I don't know if you guys remember, but at launch, nighttime was a walk in the park. Now, it's straight up deadly. There are volatiles everywhere and shit gets crazy real quick. The second you step foot outside during nighttime, you better start running for your life. Also, can we all agree that dropkicking zombies is the best thing in the whole game? It's super fun, and whether you do it once or 420 times, it never gets old. If you already own the game, definitely jump back into it, try out the new guns and all the other stuff. But if you're considering buying Dying Light 2 now, just know you'll have to endure 10 hours of boredom before you can have some real fun, which takes us to the verdict. In my opinion, Dying Light 2 could have been great, but it ended up being just above average, and even though the devs are improving the game, there are still a little too many bugs and some major flaws like the story and writing in general simply can't be fixed with patches. I'ma go ahead and give Dying Light 2 a 6.5 out of 10. I guess this is one of those games people either love or hate, so if you like what you see and you can get the game for 20 bucks or less, then why not? Otherwise, there are plenty of great games out there that are much more fun right away. I hope you found this review useful. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you did, and maybe subscribe if you're new to the channel. Special thanks to you guys who always comment to show your support. I appreciate you. It's been Hitman89. See you guys very soon.
I will not stop, I am prepared to top, yeah, you must be real. Got 'em like, hey,